Oh shit! That was fucking fast. That was quick. A little too quick. Even faster than me. We got to end post, won't we? Yeah. Okay.
Why?
What?
Why? What?
It's the only thing I don't like about this phone. It's got like the full it's got the full face screen, so the entire face of the phone is a screen. So if you grip it, you accidentally like wrap your fingers around it, you'll touch the screen and it will fuck it up. It's like you know, bit of like a really cool part of the YouTube video or whatever. It's like tighten your grip a little bit, and suddenly it's like boom, fuck. Anyway, it's like Seinfeld observational comedy. I get stuck on that side. Yeah, it's just a bit overcast out there. Yesterday when I was shooting, I had like really bright sunlight coming in that window, and now it's just a bit dark. Oh, that's a bit better. Yeah, that's better. There we go. That's better. Isn't that better? Isn't that nice? Nice. You're watching No Pictures of a Murder podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. The podcast that they tried to murder 9 times. About 9 times. Fucking dogs. Dog scum. Straight off the bat. AFP, SAS. How you feeling today? Yeah. Yeah, better. Yeah, better. You just needed to lie down. It's like, yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. Yeah, it's just all of those things at once. It's because it's like, because it's not just the yelly. It's the, you know what I mean? And so it's like, so I'm not just like hungover, but it's like, And in peacetime, doing something like that is like, it's so counterintuitive because it's the worst thing you can do. But then like wartime, it's like, yeah, that's the sickest, but it's like, you have to go through that. So it's like, it's not just the emotion. It's not just an emotional crash. It's like a physical crash as well. Because I have to spike, like, you know, like, yeah. And then really get in people's faces. Yeah. And then there's like, you know, cop cars driving past and shit like that. It's fucking stressful as all hell. Yeah. So, yeah. So yeah, it's not just the like the physical, yeah, it's not just the emotional crash. It's like the physical crash of like, they have to like, you know, let my metabolism return to normal after spiking it with like, you know, energy drinks. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's all these like fucking hormones and chemicals and shit. Because if you do that, if you do the thing, you know, you get on the hard Waterfords. What it does is it's like, because it's a depressant, and then to counter that, so your body goes like, oh shit, like better perk him up. That's why the aggro came in. That's why people get aggro on the booze, because what happens is, well, not booze, on the hard Waterfords. Because what happens is like you're slamming it down, you're really pounding, like you're depressing yourself. You pump like it's a depressant, so you go and then your body goes like, well, fuck, better balance him out, and goes and starts spiking you with like fucking stress hormones and all these like endorphins designed to like wake you up. And so it's a very confusing time for your body. Yeah. And then if you sort of unleash the beast as well, like, fuck you, like, then that spikes it even more. And so like then your body has to go through a period where it's like the depressant wears off, but then the upper is still, the depressant wears off, but the upper is still there. So that's why it disturbs your sleep as well. That's got a lot to do with it. And so I have to go through a period where it's like, like I kind of like, I have like odd sleeping hours, like I want to go to sleep at midday. And then like, if I have like a couple, like I had Wheat Bix for breakfast with sugar on it, and I just went like, I fucking passed out. I slept so heavily. Yeah, heavily asleep. very heavily asleep for like 2 hours, from like 7:30 until 9:30. So yeah, and then like that's when all the emotion. That's when I'll get emotional as well. When I'm like, oh fuck yeah, come on, the broke one, my plate, Bill Burr. Yeah, tired and emotional, exactly. Yeah, yeah, because that's what it is. It's the depressant. It's me. It's the depressant's kicking in, and then the anxiety spike to like counteract that. So it's like I'm depressed and also anxious. It's like, anxiety and depression, exactly. To quote Nick Tapscott when he had to pretend to go to hospital and wait in an emergency room for 12 hours and like nodding off and yeah, like that. Yeah, and then they're like, well, you'll be happy to know. Took care of those fucking suckers. Yeah, well, suck shit. Suck shit to them. Yeah. No pictures of a bird. Where they went. No pictures of a bird. Where they went. Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm feeling good. And, I walked around. Like, if I go for a walk, because, and it's like, and thank you everyone as well, who's, like I said, it really does help. It really does help buoy my spirits if I go out on the street and there are friendlies and it's exclusively friendlies. I'm like, oh, fucking, yeah, it does. It gives me a little endorphin boost. Like, yeah, nice. Yeah. And the sun's shining, so I get a bit of like sunshine on my face. Get a little bit of exercise, so that helps. That's like, gives me a nice little dopamine burst, you know what I mean? Yeah. 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 So yeah, I'm feeling better. And then my accommodation got extended, and then my Centrelink is sorted. So it's like, okay, like I've got a bit of breathing room, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, few basically. Yeah. Yeah. So it's good. Yeah. Overall, it's good. And yeah, all the news I'm hearing. Fucking hell. Yeah, all the news I'm hearing about everything. Maybe this one's gonna have to come out. Is great. Like, yeah, it's all good news. Like, obviously, we've suffered some losses, but nothing compared to what they're suffering. Yeah, we're just wiping them out. Yeah, it's a turkey shoot. Yeah. 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 Whew. Yeah. Joining me, as always, in the booth, my executive producer, Sylvia Jeffries. How are you, SJ? She's like, I'm good, thank you, Mr. Tapscott. That's nice. That's nice. No, Sylvia has a very nice haircut. Yeah, I heard Sylvia's got a very good haircut now. Yeah. Tara Bennett, represented here by this candle. She says, you're welcome, Sylvia. And you too, Hegarty. Working her magic tricks out there. Tara Bennett doing her thing. Thanks, Tara. She's good. The standover team at Kitty Callahan, Tara and Auto, starting to get nervous. Like, for some reason, all their bookings didn't turn up at Essendon Fields. And then they're wondering what's going on. What are you going to do? Oh, we don't know. Fuck. Like, you can't be a standover outfit if you've got no one to stand over. Kitty Callahan, Tara and Auto, 10% off when you are prepared to get stood over. It's our special standover sale. Coming up to Christmas. Coming to get stood over for less. Yeah, she's here though. Yeah, don't forget, they murdered penguins, but now we are being repaid through silver in blood. Yeah. Bill Burr's here. And he's I'm stretching it out because it's like he's gonna call me gay. But he's like, he's scared because he knows it's coming, but he doesn't know when it's coming. He doesn't know specifically when it's coming, but he knows that he's coming. Mm-hmm. Not you, Wilbur. Not you. Yeah. I've got a bottle of water. It's not Waterford's though, but whatever. So it's hot out there, You know what? Why the fuck not? We can do that. That always kills some time. Yeah, we've got a huge episode lined up. It's going to be a classic. Classic. No pictures of a bird episode because we've got a very special guest lined up. That's RFK Jr. He's going to join us later in the episode. We have got DOGSHIT to slam. We've got more revelations about spastics. They're gone. They're all gone. From the top we work because we're working from the top down. So all those big douchebags that were first cab off the rank. And now we're going. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. But we got more revelations about what those fucking dickholes were actually planning to do. And also some revelations for you, people of New Zealand. Yeah. About some of your dearly departed. And I might leave it with that, but straight after this. Show the ferry to the end. Get it let alone. Choose the plan that suits you. Yeah, look, we've spoken at length about Like a Mobile. Because what's happened? Like, all these jumps on a Telstra, they're just like not working. They got it, yeah, basically. They just got a notice that says like, get rid of this dog shit, pretty much. Anyway, Like a Mobile. Use the link in the description and check this shit out because you can get 20 gig for $8. If you want to shoot, that's enough. 150 gig for $20. That's enough for me to shoot no pictures of a bird easily. Yeah. What else? Yeah, look, I mean, 50%, 60% off. Yeah. $10 for 35 gig. That's fucking heaps. That is heaps of data. $8. Buy your hands out, all right. This one cost me $100. It does everything I needed to do, and then it's $8 a month for 20 gig. Hectic, right? Cheap as shit. Cheap as shit, yeah. And then, you have to pay $150 a month for an iPhone that spies on you. Fuck that. Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, you could go get one and just throw it away straight away. Just like, fuck off, iPhone. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another thing we'll be talking about. Yeah, revelations about, a couple of people already guessed this, but yeah, like fucking Martin Bryant. Yeah, and the Port Arthur massacre. Yeah. Yeah, dog shit. Fuck you, John Howard. He was a scumbag. Yeah. Anyway, Geordie's like, oh, I fucking knew it. Like, yeah, bro. Like, yeah. Proto-Nazi, basically. Proto-Australian Nazi. Yeah. Weaseled into the Liberal Party. Yeah. It's like, I don't think laws should apply to anyone. You should just do whatever you want, like murder. Yeah. Anyway. Bilbo's like, I'm glad to hear you doing well. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. How you doing? He's like, yeah, he's winding down a little bit. Yeah, you started to feel a bit taxed as well, right? It's taxing. It is. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard emotionally. It is. Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's taxing. It's like, yeah. And it's not like they're faceless strangers either. Like, because if you're working through, like, it's people that like, oh, that guy. It's like, I've been watching him for years. Like, fuck, oh, yeah. I was just doing a bit of research on Meredith Music Festival. Pretty much that whole festival is gone. Like anyone involved in that. The township of Meredith has almost been like just annihilated. Yeah. They just went door to door, apparently. It's like, all right. Couple of high-wire strikes in there. Yeah. They're like, why is there a drone flying over our house? And then bang, here comes the SAS. Yeah. But I was just Googling around and they're so stupid. I've said this before, but they put their entire network on LinkedIn. They put the whole thing on LinkedIn. So, thanks. Thanks. That's easy. Yeah. But yeah, it's fucking disgusting. Yeah. Unbelievable. Now the military, the Australian military is like, they just rolled in and pretty much wiped it out. Pretty much anyone connected to it's like, no, we're not taking any chances. Yeah, a couple of high-wire strikes on some sheds that they suspected had explosives in them, and it's like, that's all we need. We're just like, do we suspect that there are explosives in there? All motorbikes that could be like turned into fucking IEDs. Kaboom! Yeah, it draws them out. So your HIMARS strike their sheds, all their cars and their motorbikes get blown up at once. The losers get drawn out, and then, just like I was saying. Yeah, exactly like I was saying. Like flying past in helicopters, like, boom, boom, yeah. It feels like, the martini. I paid $38 for that. Like, yeah, coming soon, they say. Yeah. Melbourne, strap in. Because you picked a fight with the wrong team. You did. You have grossly underestimated what the Anzacs would do if you started murdering people. It just takes one murder, just one high-profile murder, just one. That's it. That's an act of war. You picked a fight with us, and we'll fight you. And if we fight you, we fight like Anzacs. We fight to the death. Like, that's it. And we win. We always win. I'll talk more about that. So this one, this is the murder that fucking piqued New Zealand's interest, because John Clark was beloved in both Australia and New Zealand. He's a Kiwi, but he's in Australia. And obviously New Zealand, like, they don't have a huge population, but they're smart. They've always been extremely smart. So they always keep an eye on all of their citizens around the world. And especially, like, it's hard not to keep an eye on him, because he was a brilliant comedian, brilliant satirist. So they always kept one eye on him. And then when he died, after living in Melbourne, the New Zealand Federal Police were like, oh yeah, heart attack in the Grampians, huh? And it was in 2017, after all the murders of 2016, after all the celebrity deaths. Prince and Carrie Fisher and, all those 2016 deaths, and then John Clark is in 2017. Yeah. What happened? Did, like, Asia or something, did Mike Burgess say, like, all right, green light, just start killing? Yeah, pretty much. Fucking cocksucker. Anyway. Worldwide now they're saying, an order came from the United States, from Obama, pretty much. Yeah. And was it because they lost the White House? It was partially because of that, but they were going to do it anyway. And they're like, well, just because the president's changed doesn't mean you can't, because it was all the public service that was stacked with Obama goons. All the CIA fucking stacked with, not FBI, by the way. CIA was stacked with Obama goons. The FBI were 2 steps ahead because they were like, nah, because they were backed by Mossad, and they kind of knew what Obama was like. And so the FBI did the opposite. They started like, because they've been fighting like the mafia, like Cosa Nostra, for nearly 100 years. And so they did the opposite. They battened down the hatches. They're like, nah, and they purged their ranks straight away. Yeah, because it was like, nah, we can see where this is going. But yeah, John Clark. So he died. New Zealand Federal Police looked into it. And yeah, the working with the Australian Federal Police, and the Australian Federal Police were all over it straight away. They just couldn't play. They just couldn't show their hand. Yeah, because they knew he was in. I made John coffee. He used to come into my cafe. So he was in like Undrungata infested Melbourne as well. And they're like, well, okay, yeah, he's in Fitzroy. He's a reputed comedian. He ticks like it's all the fucking algorithmic ticks. It's like that's very suspicious. That death, that was extremely suspicious. Yeah. And it was in 2017. Which is the Meredith that I turned up to that I got Zeiss's Ungat. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So John sadly passed away, and so this is like the John Canadians. This is like the Kiwi John Dunsworth, pretty much. And so he was murdered, and the Kiwis went, okay, well, it's war then. Fuck you. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So the SAS, the New Zealand military, started right, who's infected, who's not, and started tooling up, working with the Anzacs especially, obviously, and very closely with King Charles, because King Charles saw that as well, and he knew John. King Charles knew John's work, and although Queen Elizabeth was still around, she wasn't really doing anything. Like, she was just sitting there drinking, pretty much, like fucking playing with her horses and not really giving a shit about what was going on in the UK. So Prince Charles was sort of like already in there, like working very closely with Mossad and trustworthy intelligence agencies and stuff like that. So he saw that John Clark passed away after the horror year that was 2016. And so, yeah, they looked into it. Turns out it was this piece of shit. Who, needless to say, is no longer with us. No pictures of the bird. Where he went. Yeah, he's a fuckstick. And the reason he did it was because he was because he had a bunch of shows on SBS, and he felt threatened. And because John Clark was trying to get work, he was trying to get shows up. He was trying to get productions up on SBS and ABC. And Mark Fennel was like, "Well, he's a rival. I'll murder him." Yeah, I don't want to compete with him, so I'll just kill him. Yeah, yeah, because he was vying for the same airtime, the same budgets and things like that, the same production budgets. Yeah, the same production slots. So Fennel didn't have a problem at all assassinating John Clark, especially since he had help from fucking none other than that spastic bitch, Arnie Meredith. Yeah, because she provided the intelligence. He put the word out. It's like, maybe it's time for John Clark to retire. Yeah, he's a little bit 1990s, isn't he? He should retire. Maybe he should retire permanently. And Arnie Meredith's like, well, he's actually from Melbourne, so yeah. Absolute fucking scumbag. Fuck you, Fennel. And that's why AFP, like, when I was like, instinctively, I fucking hated this cunt. I fucking hated him. And then I was like, because I know him. Like, I know his type exactly. I know exactly his type. Yeah, that's exactly that. He'd just kill it. He wouldn't think twice about it. If you're in the same creative writing class as him, and you got a distinction and he got a credit, he would try and murder you for that easily. Yeah, yeah, absolute dog shit, piece of shit. And that's why AFP, they were like, yeah, Tapscott, because like I fucking I started fucking, I got really wasted one night. I got blackout wasted on rye. This is when I was working at KO Sports, so this is in like 2018. And I just like started tweeting like, fuck you, Mark Fennel, you fucking spastic bitch. Like, yeah, and they're all like, yeah, Tapscott, how did he know? How did he know that he's a cunt? I'm like, look at him. Because he had that, because like LinkedIn, yeah, because they all did because I had like, I wasn't the first to do this, but I had ideas, words, and stories on my LinkedIn profile. And then they all started going like, LinkedIn, journo, dad, like TV presenter, journo, dad. And so I was just like, oh yeah, and they all started doing it. They all just started doing it because that's, and they're all just like, I'll do it because that's what everyone else is doing. Like, where's your fucking original thinking? Yeah, and then if you breach, it's like you do something different. It's like, oh, kill him, drag him down. Yeah. And also, I knew he was part of that. Like, why don't you have a kids? You gotta have a kids. Yeah. I knew it was like that type of piece of shit as well. Yeah. So, did you have another beer when your girlfriend said, you're not having another beer? Fuck wit. I'm better than you at writing, so take your fucking yeah, take your self-righteousness and cram it up your fucking ass, cunt. Because like, yeah, that was why I was in a punk band, because of dog shit like that. I'm like, fuck you. Yeah. Your girlfriend gave you an order and you ignored the order. You don't even have a kids. It's like, can you write? LinkedIn journo faggot and a snap. Oh, fucking cocksucker. Anyway, yeah, because I instinctively knew. I was like, he's a piece of shit. Like, that fucking cunt. Yeah, Geordie's like, yes. Yeah, that fucking cunt. Yeah, and he knows exactly. He's like, cunts from the NOS. Those SBS, like Sydney Theatre Company pieces of shit. Yeah, and that's why, bro. That's why. Yeah, and that was him. Yeah, he's like, He's like, oh yeah. He starts hearing rumors that John Clark, like, he's trying to get all this dog shit, what stuff the British stole, like all this fucking should stuff or SS, like fucking Waffen SS propaganda live. And then he hears that John Clark is like, he's trying to get shows on TV again. He's like he's like, well, we got a few, like John Clark's pitching a few ideas, so we'll have a meeting with him and then we'll get back to you, all right? He's like, maybe John Clark should retire. Yeah. Didn't have a problem. Didn't blink. Didn't think twice about it. Didn't see any issue with that at all. No. So fuck you for now. Yeah. Yeah, and that's why AFP were filling me in today. They're like, and I'm like, how do you know I was trustworthy? And they're like, we did set up like a couple of little things, but we were watching you while I was working at KO, and yeah, coming into contact with these spastics, and that was one of the things when I was just like, fuck you, Mark Fennel, eat fucking suck my dick, you faggot. Like, yeah, and they saw that, so well, not the way we'd put it, but valid enough. Yeah. And then yeah, I got targeted at KO. Like I was like because they were such losers in their creative team. It's like untargeted fucking dickholes. So I'd always just like take my fucking laptop into another room, work there, and then someone came out behind me and goes like, so anyway, News Corp, it's all about journos. We love journos. Journos. It's all about the journos. Right? Thanks, Crash Braddock. Oh, by the way, that's Crash. Yeah, Crash Braddock. Yeah, okay, thanks, Crash. Yeah. Crash Braddock was a News Corp Cricket Australia journo. A cricket journo working for News Corp. So huge, like very, very solid links to Cricket Australia. Also connected to the murder of Shane Warne. And so yeah, I was like, fuck. Like, what is this shit? Like, I tweet something and then I get like effectively a threat at work. Fuck you. Yeah, so I went back and like deleted a couple of tweets. I had no, like, but it didn't surprise me at all. It's like, by the way, yeah, Mark Fennel took out John Clark. Like, yeah. It doesn't surprise me at all. Because exactly that. Exactly what I said about Xanaro. It's like if you're above them, they're entitled to murder you. Yeah. If you're below them, they're entitled to murder you. Like, yeah, absolute fucking, they're rats. Yeah, they just eat each other. That's right, Bill. Yeah, dog shit. Dog shit. Yeah, because he died. John Clark died in the Grampians. That's what. Yeah, Kenny Clark said. No, well, I read his like Wikipedia. He's like, oh, we should talk about John Clark today. It's like, yeah. She's like, I looked it up, death, and he was like riding in the Grampians or bushwalking in the Grampians, had a heart attack. And she's like, well, who does Grampians? Who does that remind you of? Who else do you know from that sort of region of Victoria? Like, oh, for fuck's sake, Meredith, Auntie Meredith again. Like, fucking you stupid bitch. You stupid bitch. Yeah. Anyway, Fennel is fucking gone. This piece of shit is also gone. Yeah. Yakuza. Connected to the murder of Luke Callahan. Yeah. Lyman Liaw from Adelaide. My friend from Adelaide figured that out. Yeah. Like he figured it out. He's like he didn't break the news or anything, but yeah, he's like, well, if this cunt was across it and this cunt was across it, then that cunt was almost definitely across it. Yeah. He's like, yeah, because Yakuza. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they were planning to sort of like prop him up when the takeover like was complete. He would be like a local fucking local political commissar or comptroller or whatever. Yeah, local fucking lieutenant or some dog shit. Yeah. Commandant of a death camp or something. Yeah, the Inner West. Yeah. What a horror show. No pictures of a bird. Where he went. No pictures. No birds. Just a very angry Nicole Hegarty. With a very sharp sword. Very, very sharp. Yeah. What a spastic. What a fucking spastic. Okay, now, needless to say, I've completely forgotten about everything else I was going to talk about. No, that's it. Come on, Nick, you can do better than that. Surely you can just pull something out of your ass. That's your whole thing, brah. Just pull something out of your ass. Just talk about Bill Burr being gay. I could do that. What's left to talk about? He's pretty gay. Is the Mardi Gras still a thing, or is it that's wiped out? Nah, Mardi Gras is gone. Yeah. Sorry, Bill. You're pinning all your hopes to that. You can still do a float. There's no legislation there's nothing that says you can't just build your own float and just drive it down, drive down Oxford Street like fucking G-string. You can do that. Yeah, special provision, AFP, that's fine. Bill Burr, you can just do your own thing, man. You don't need to wait for a Mardi Gras. Yeah, Nate, he's going to help you. Yeah, he'll drive. You can stand on the back of a tractor, be like a hayride. You can do whatever you want. Helicopter themed if you like. You can do helicopters. You can do that. By the way, heaps of the drag queens that are around the cross in Oxford Street are AFP and psychotic, like borderline, like real psychos. Like, yeah, proper fucking, yeah, proper military. Yeah, So they've been in there for years, and now they're like, right, it's time to fucking, yeah, it's time to be repaid through silver and blood. Yeah. I always knew that instinctively. It's like, I would never fight a drag queen from King's Cross or Oxford Street because they look like fucking psychos. They're all like 6'5" and jacked. They're all like fucking, but they're wearing dresses. It's like, I don't want to fight you. So, okay. Yeah. Not your grandmother's tranny, says Bilbo. That's right, mate. That's right. Not these piss-weak trans rights activists from fucking... Not these piss-weak trans rights activists from fucking Portland or whatever. These are like... yeah. They're fucking... I'll see if I can find one. Yeah. Yeah. RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. RuPaul is a piece of shit. But all of these, like Sydney drag queens, they're all based effectively SAS. They're all like 6'4", 6'5", and fucking hardcore. Like, yeah, they'll wreck you. They'll wreck you. I can't remember her name. But yeah, like, so you can see straight away, like, underneath, like, nah, ruthless. Yeah, peak physical condition and absolutely ruthless. Yeah, jacked. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Can you imagine trying to fight them? Nah, fuck that. do like, yeah, they do like WWF moves and shit on you. You'd be fucked. Like, they just snap your neck. Like, yeah. Yeah, so heaps of them are like AFP and SAS. Because, yeah, for the same reason that Nate is. Like, they're in the scene. They're in the Sydney scene. And a lot of them started, like, disappearing. And they were approached, yeah, so AFP, like, quietly approached them and said, like, well, how'd you like to do something about it? Yeah. And they're like, fuck yes, thank you. They basically did exactly what the African Americans did. It's like, yeah, we don't want to wait to... They just don't want to wait around for someone else to give us, like, fucking civil rights. We'll take it. We'll take it. Take it through civilian blood. Yeah. 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 So, I guess, yeah. Yeah, Bill goes, well, you better watch out because of all your homophobic material, Nick. You're going to walk down the street and you get your ass kicked. Yeah. Yeah. I'm already scared. Yeah. They used to do what was it called? It's like, yeah, it was at the Potts Point Hotel. Potts Point Hotel is AFP, which is in the King's Cross, and they had like bingo every Tuesday night. They had like big girls bingo or something like that, and they were fucking, yeah, they were like raw, like 6'5", like jacked, like, oh, not fuck, nah, and sharp, like you could tell they were fucking sharp as shit, like yeah, very sharp tongued. And usually, if someone's smart like that, it's like, no, they're not just like dumb muscle, they're fucking cunning as well. Like, yeah, they're outsmart you. Yeah. One of them would distract you with a sexy fan dance while the other one comes up behind you just goes, like, yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's what happened. Bilbo's like, sexy fan dance. Yeah. 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 Well, we could. Yeah. I feel like we are. Yeah. Do you want to talk about some of the wins? Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. So, Estonia have effectively capitulated. They're now being occupied by the French. Sri Lanka have now capitulated. They're effectively being occupied by India and Iran. Thank you very much, Iran. Yeah, and Iran are like, you suck shit. Like, they're trying to get them nuked. It's like, what the fuck? Why would Iran? I don't understand. Like, how did they become Nazi? You know what I mean? Is it like post-colonial racism? Yeah, the Tamils basically are terrorists. Okay, so yeah, the Tamils and the Tamil Tigers effectively, like, they went from, it's exactly like the IRA or like the original mafia, the Sicilian mafia, where they started out as being freedom fighters, And then just over time, they just morphed into like a fucking terror/crime organization. Oh, that's a big announcement. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and so then they were kind of involved with that plot. Why did they have a stick up their ass about you specifically, Aaron? It's like okay. Well, I'll get to the bottom of that. But they were just like regional. Okay, so basically they got promised. Yeah, they got promised. Okay, right. So Joe Biden and Naruhito were kind of like carving up the territories, and they said like, okay, well, Sri Lanka. Once Iran gets nuked and India and Pakistan have nuked each other to death, and Afghanistan is just like completely gone to shit. You can have Iran as plunder. You can just go in there and start rinsing them. Yeah, so fuck you. Yeah, so Iran is not happy because fuck you. That's a dog shit plan, Sri Lanka. Dog shit. Anyway, yeah, Switzerland, they've enacted my suggestion. They were going to do it anyway, but you know. So Switzerland is effectively encircled, and now their anti-air power is being eroded because they can't resupply now. So all they have to do is erode their anti-air power with like fucking spam, pretty much. Yeah, because we can send a drone in that costs like $1,000. And then you have to shoot a missile at it that costs like $6 million. So you'll run out of missiles before we run out of drones. And then we can just fly in with choppers and that's it. Yeah. You can lock yourselves in your vaults if you want, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. You have to run out of chocolate eventually, and you can't eat gold. So suck my dick. You're fucking going down, spastics. Yeah. Yeah, same with Aspen. So Colorado is effectively encircled now. Yeah, so you can't get in or out by a road for that reason, because they were trying to use it as a mountain stronghold, and now they realize they're fucking stuck up there, so suck shit. Yeah. Hegseth is now saying, Secretary Hegseth is now saying, he gets going. So yeah, like because they blockaded it, because they're we call them with their pants down, so they didn't have time. Their doomsday supplies they've got like 2 or 3 preppers in there with like 20 cans of beans, but it's like the amount that they were consuming, the amount of food that they were consuming, because they're all like rich people. They're all there going like, send in more Wagyu beef. They're just like, like at the rate they're consuming, they're going to be out of food by next week. All right, something just popped. Yeah, you'll be out of food by next week, and then we'll see how you're going to get in. You can't fly in, you just shoot anything down. Yeah. Idiots. Yeah. So you didn't have supply lines, you fucking losers. Why don't you Google it? It's all on the internet. Fucking idiots. Yeah, same with Alaska. Alaska's basically like been severed. Alaska's cut off from the mainland. The peninsula's like cut off, and then it's like you're encircled by Russian warships. So you're blockaded from the ocean. You're cut off from the land. Polar bears, your polar bear food, basically. Yeah. Tarabetta's like, we'll let the polar bears move in. They'll just move into your house and you fucking losers. No. Suck shit. Yeah. That was a big one. Hamas eradicated. Yeah, they're gone. They are gone. That's why the operation was in Liverpool in Australia, by the way. Yeah, that was to take out Hamas. Because they're fucking idiots. Yeah, so they gave us back the hostages, and I was like, okay, thanks. You're not coming to take us prisoner, are you? He's like, no, definitely not. Yeah, they're gone. They are gone, eradicated. Yeah, all of them. They're dead. Yeah. They're dead. Yeah, they are gone. And it's 4444. The time. The video is 4444. So that's number one. Thanks. I nearly Grace Crawford's like, yeah, thank you. It's popping off in Rwanda, but friendly forces are pushing. The good guys are pushing the bad guys back with support from Russians and even Ukrainians. Yeah. Ukrainians are being repaid through civilian blood with seized Russian assets. Because the Russians have gone through and go like, all right, so who's a Nazi? Like, out of all you oligarchs, like 3/4 of them. Okay, well, come with us. Yeah. Maduro's dead. Yeah, they took him out. Yeah, that was easy. The president of Colombia is dead. Denmark are actually putting up a bit of resistance, but they're going to run out of jets. Because while they do have modern weapons and stuff, and they are pretty good fighters, they just don't have the resources and they don't have the supplies. Yeah, Norway is effectively blockaded by the British Navy, and you're all victims of your own fucking dog shit because all the Navy. Yeah, Malaysia has capitulated. There, who was it? Yeah, they took that spasmoid out. Now, victims of their own dog shit because they tried to fight back with like all the garbage weapons, all the dog shit garbage weapons that like Raytheon and fucking all those dog shit weapons manufacturers were like literal combat vessels and stuff like that, like these. Because they're garbage. Yeah. Because you can see the shape of it there. It's just like some guy going, let's do a ship that looks like it's from Star Trek. But it's got no practical functionality. And so Australia bought a bunch of them. The United Kingdom was like letting their aircraft carriers slide and buying like dog shit surface ships and stuff. Pretty much most surface ships are redundant now because of like fucking submarines. It was envisioned to be a networked, agile, stealthy surface combatant. How stealthy can a ship be, you fucking idiot? How stealthy can a ship be? It's a battleship. Where is it? Oh, I don't know. Can you spot the battleship with the satellite? This plan is flawless. Yeah. Shout out, Mr. Tapscott. This plan is flawless as long as the enemy doesn't have satellites. Like, yeah. So stupid. Well, see all the buzzwords in there? Networked, agile, stealthy. Yeah, it's like it's Telstra. It's the Telstra border of warships. That's what it is. Yeah. It's the pictures of a bird of warships. Yeah. Yeah. Anti-submarine module. See the buzzwords there? The anti-submarine module had its focus changed from stationary to in-stride systems while the ship is moving that are useful in the open ocean as well as in the coastal areas. One of the items to be added is a torpedo detection capability. Yeah, Thales, fuck you. Yeah. There's a torpedo coming. Cool. What do you want to do about it? Well, there's nothing much we can do. Oh, great. Thanks. Like, yeah. Oh. Yeah, operational issues. A 2012 report by Rear Admiral Samuel Perez has found that the ships lacked the manpower and firepower to complete the missions required by regional combatant commanders. ill-suited for combat operations against anything but small, fast boats, not armed with anti-ship missiles. Yeah. So if you're fighting fishermen, cool. Maybe they wanted to send them into the fucking Philippines. Yeah, this planet's flawless. This planet's flawless as long as this navy doesn't have anti-ship missiles. Like, what the fuck? So stupid. Anyway, yeah, those navies they're all victims of their own hubris because they're like, oh, we got warships. Like, nah, you don't really. We've got subs. That's it. That's all you need. That's what with anti-ship missiles because you fucking yeah. We've got nuclear subs. We've got helicopters with like sea-skilled missiles. Yeah. Even King Charles is saying even our old exocets would work against that easy. We had those in the 80s. Yeah, that's great.
They took off from airfields in southern Argentina, equipped with Exocet missiles, and went in search of revenge. HMS Sheffield was on the lookout for enemy aircraft, well forward of the main British fleet.
Blind, AWOL, one pop-up target, 01010.
Got back, direct the radar.
The sea was very calm. We were looking out to sea, and I thought that it looked like a torpedo was on its way because the sea was shimmering and shaking, if you like. So I said I thought there was a torpedo. The pilot also had trained his glasses around to the same spot, and he said, no, it's an Exocet. The officer of the watch and other members of the bridge crew started to take cover. But I remember myself and the second officer of the watch becoming transfixed to the missile on its way in, which really does amaze me now when I come to think of it. But we watched it almost to the point of impact when we quickly huddled together and dropped to the floor.
Yeah. Even those drones that I was showing the other day on the episode where I talked about me being in Z-Force. Bill Burr. Pretty cool. Hey, Bill. Z-Force. Yeah. Is that like Z-Force? Yeah. Hey, it's not Z, it's Z. Kitty. not taking Z4 seriously. He's gay. He's gay build. Don't worry about it. Kidding. No. Now I've lost my fucking kitty. You made me lose my train of thought. What was I talking about? I was talking about Z4 the other day. Fuck. Oh, hopefully it'll come back to me. Old rambling. Old Rambo. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Damn. All right. Anyway, the point is, yeah, you fucking losers with your dog shit Navy that you got sucked into by fails and fucking yeah, they're all just gimmicky. It's just gimmicky electronic dog shit. Fucking Raytheon, they are gone. Fails, they are gone. BAE systems, they are gone. They are gone. Yeah. 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 Our iPhones, like, yeah, our fucking iPhone mount in the bridge will protect us. It's like, no. That was in '82. That XSS strike. It just takes one, and then that's it. That's the end of that ship. If it's incapacitated, it may as well be dead. If it can't move, it's dead. Like, yeah, because if you can't resupply it, it's going to run out of water. It'll run out of fresh water eventually. If it can't move, it can't defend itself. So you may as well scuttle it. Like, it's fucked. It is fucked. Yeah. Yeah, that's why the sea drones are that. Yeah, the sea drones. Yeah, even the sea drones, like those, they're just, it's the size of a fucking canoe. That's all you need. That's all you need to pop one of those. Yeah. I was like, oh no, it's not a cruise ship. It's a warship. So, well, promoted to submarine, as Perun would say, very easily. Yeah. Yeah. Big white floating target. Yeah. Very easy. Even one of our Collins class submarines, even one of Australia's Collins class submarines could take out one of those fucking dog shit pieces of shit, even though they're aging. But they're fully armed and operational. They'll still wreck you. Yeah, they're still better than any of that literal combat dog shit. Yeah. Yeah, you just don't need to submerge them. You just fucking sail them on the surface, and then submerge them when you get the phone call, the literal mobile phone call. It's like someone, like, yeah, they're just like, Terry, fucking Terry. It's like, okay, at the radar screen, which he's set up on his fucking laptop from anywhere, his caravan, with his mobile data from Leica Mobile. It's like, boop, boop. Hey, Steve-O. Literal combat ship on its way. It's like, all right, submerge it? Like, yeah, probably recommend it. Okay, cool. Done. That's it. Battle over. Yeah. Thanks for playing, you fucking chumps. Yeah. So, Malaysia capitulated because the king got taken out. Yeah. Special forces. Yeah, Thai and Cambo special forces just swooped in because Malaysia and Thailand and Cambodia have had border. They've been fighting each other for like thousands of years, basically. And so it's like, Australian intelligence or British intelligence rings them up and goes like, we may have, would you like an opportunity for your special forces to take out the king of Malaysia? They're like, yes, please, thank you. Done, easy. Yeah. Helicopters, straight in, kick the door in, bang, bang. Like, yeah, game over. That was easy. Thanks, you fucking spastic. Yeah. Indonesia are now pushing up. They're like, all right, well, you were planning to nuke us, so all right, fuck you. fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, that was something we could talk about. Yeah, so the other part of Biden's plan, so archery nukers, the reason he wanted to nuke Indonesia is so he had a really good reason to flood, to basically seize control of the northern parts of America. Australia, the northern half of Australia. He wanted to take control of the Northern Territory. So he's like, oh, well, Indonesia, like now that someone's accidentally nuked them, they're a major threat. So now we're gonna have to send in U.S. forces to just be in the Northern Territory all the time, and they're there anyway. But like an occupation force, like Iraq. And then while we're there, if we happen to dig up some rare earth minerals, I mean, you don't want to waste the rare earth minerals, right? Right, Australia? You were doing you a favour. Yeah, and he didn't consider at all that the crown, the British crown, would go, wouldn't have thought so. Wouldn't have thought so. He just completely took it for granted that he could operate. He thought the Kansas Treaty meant he was the president of Australia, basically. Yeah. Yeah. What a fucking moron. Say the line, Nick, says Bill. Say the line. No pictures of a bird. Where he went. Yeah, woo! A fucking idiot. Yeah. And now Israel is saying, oh, he did the same thing to us, dude. Yeah. He's just like, well, I'm the president of the United States and therefore also the president of Israel. And they're like, sorry? Yeah. 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 Yeah, because Israel, they've had relationships with like everyone. They're like, nah. Yeah, we don't want to fight you don't want the whole region to be at war. So I sat a bit in there, like above ground. Like, yeah. Talking to everyone. It's like, yeah, because it's like, if you can talk your way out of a fight before it actually kicks off, it's way better. Yeah. Especially in, Libya and Lebanon. Because they're just getting rinsed, like the local civilian population. And that's why people like Ibrahim and the nomads have such a strong relationship now with the IDF. They're working quite extremely well with the IDF in Australia because they're Lebanese. So they've been getting fucked over by Hezbollah. And so Mossad basically went in there in the 70s and said, you know how Hezbollah are effectively terrorists / gangsters who are just like raping the shit out of everyone to stand over you. Do you want to team up with us? We'll fight them together. I was like, yes, fuck you. Yeah. So that's why the Kardashians are pro Mossad, and that's why Ibrahim is pro Mossad. Both, yeah. Yeah. Because they're like, yeah, fuck Hezbollah. Yeah, fuck Hamas. You know. Yeah. So Joe Biden just like blunders in. I'm the president of the United States of America. It's like, no one in the Middle East gives a shit. We just want you to stay the fuck out, you loser. Like, yeah. 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 Idiot. And that's why Trump was like, nah, I'll be friends with fucking, well, obviously, and also, Mr. Tapscott. But yeah, Trump was like, nah, I'll do what Biden didn't do. Yeah, I'll work with them. Work with them. Not try to stand over them, but work with them. Yeah. Yeah, it's much better. Yeah. Yeah, Tara Bennett. Thank you to all the surfers at Bondi today who paddled out, because that really does help. Really does help everyone. Not just me. It especially helps me, but everyone. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah. And so does everyone else. Because that's what we need to see. Like, the visibility of it. Yeah, and everyone that's going to the pub. Everyone that went to the Shakespeare Hotel. Everyone that's been going to the Shakespeare Hotel and the fucking Foresters and just like, nah, I'm having a beer. I'm having a beer in public and fuck you. Yeah. It really is extremely helpful. Because, yeah, it's the propaganda. Like, it's the same way. They were trying to do the propaganda that they were using on us was like sending around the deaths, like sending around the fucking desserts on Japanese death squads, like the kids and the families and the it's our version of the cough, of the baby cough and the Nazi cough. It's like the beer in public. Yeah, it's like it says straight up like fuck you. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much to everyone that's done that. Yeah. Cool. That's hard hitting enough, right? Yeah. SJ's like, do you have any magic tricks? I was like, not really. Not to no. sorry, it's weird. Because now that it's popped off, it's sort of like now it's back to like combat Tapscott, you know what I mean? And that's fine. I like it, but yeah, it's more hard hitting. Like, yeah. But we'll do a nice one. Maybe we'll do because Tara Bennett. I haven't we can go. You can always go. No, in that way. I can. Yeah. You can always go deeper on Tara Bennett. Yeah, she's like, say it. You can go deeper on me. Yeah, because there's heaps that she's done that I haven't spoken about yet. So we're kind of been keeping that one up her sleeve because she's Nadia Delhi. You think Nadia Delhi is impressive? Yeah. Big time. Jet skis. That's Tara Bennett did jet skis. That's right. It's like, it's like, that's nothing. You know, like pine cones. That was her too. Oh, that's what we're gonna do today. Should we talk about that today? Yeah, everyone's like, yes, please. All right. I'm gonna a little bit packaged. So before I do that. Some of our Hanukkah lollies. Happy Hanukkah, everyone out there. Yeah, because we're going to talk about the Old Testament a little bit today. Yeah. Might put the kettle on too. What you go to? Yeah, so I'm going to talk about the Old Testament. So I've already kind of like touched on that a little bit with Tom and Jules. Because the Old Testament is sort of like the story of me when I was in jail. And I've done this to my Space Coast is like, well, you know, you fucking hated jail, so how about this? We'll make you a legend. We'll make you a storybook. And get some bunch of dudes to put things on their head. All right, cool. That's fine. Sorry. Because one of the dog shit things they did, because they were constantly trying to turn me into the pictures of a bird team. And so this happened after, so in June, it's like when Paul Atreides drank the water of life, like, but it's forbidden for a man to do it. Let him try. And then I did it. And that was me, like, smashing the shit out of, like stabbing the fucking, like, popping the tires on the Ford Ranger with various nail scissors. And then smashing the ball out into witches. Come on, fuck you, yeah. That was me drinking the water of life. And then I passed out. And this is, Paul Atreides passes out. He's, like, unconscious. And then Chani comes in, and she goes, like, oh, Desert Spring Tears will wake him up. And she goes, like, does the, like, cries, and then he goes, ugh, and she's like, ah, slaps him. Anyway, that's the story of the origin of Chanukah with the candle. Yeah. Yeah, the menorah. Yeah, so this is the story of that. Yeah, Jews are long. Okay. So, menorah candles symbolized divine light, wisdom, and God's presence. With the 7-branch temple menorah representing the 7 days of creation, and the Chanukah menorah specifically commemorating the miracle of the temple oil lasting 8 nights, using 8 candles for the nights, plus a 9th helper candle to light them, signifying spreading light and hope. Hope, especially, underline hope. Yeah. Because what that actually is the story of me being in Junee Correctional, which is Pictures of a Bird headquarters. For the headquarters for the Pictures of a Bird program, basically. If you're in the SS militia, the Pictures of a Bird SS militia program, which they desperately wanted me to be in. You go to Junee, and then there's one other jail that's even more. So Junee is like, ooh, Junee. Wow. So in jail, you're like, oh, just come from Junee. Just out there at Junee with the boys at Junee, and then you drop a few names. Like, oh yeah, who were you there with? I was there with Stabby Steve, One Eye, and also Twagger. You know, like, oh yeah, okay, all right, cool. You're not a pedo then. That's right. Not a pedo, and you're not, ironically, you're not a pedo, and you're not in the boneyard, because the boneyard, that's going to be important in the storyline. The boneyard is like, that's the worst thing. That's the opposite. Yeah, a boneyard is the worst thing that a prisoner can be. Like in jail, amongst the Pictures of the Bird jail prisoners, the SMAPs, the boneyarders. That's like you fucked out of jail and they threw you out. You had to go to protection. Boneyard is protection. If you go to protection, you're probably you'll get bashed. Like if you ever get out of protection, like if they send you back to Maine for any reason, you get bashed. if they find out you've been in the boneyard, you'll get bashed. Because it means like either you're a pedo or a rapist or fucking, yeah, ironically, all of those fucking pictures, yeah, they're all pedos and rapists, but yeah, pretty much. Or you run up a tab, like you've taken drugs on tick, like you've taken drugs on credit, and then didn't pay the bill, and then you had to get the fuck out of there because otherwise, like you owe someone a shit ton of money, and then you're gonna get bashed. So if you go to the boneyard, it's the worst thing. So yeah, that's if you go to another jail, where have you been? And if you go like I've been at June E, they'll go, oh yeah, cool, all right, yeah, June E, all right, yeah, straight, like yeah, cracker, bra, cracker me, bra, and then you're all right. Yeah, and so it was kind of like the pictures of a bird, fucking SS militia HQ. So when I fucking drank the water of life, and I smashed the shit out of those cars, I threw the brick through the window of the. Yeah, that's why, because it was like a front for fucking pedos, basically. The Thai massage parlor. So, yeah, fuck you. And then click. That was in Queanbeyan, and then I got shipped to June E. And then was that us that sent me there? Yeah, that was us that sent me there though. Yeah, because we sort of had to play along. It was like, oh, well, yeah, we're getting thrown back inside. You're going to go to June E, so it could be pictures of a bird. Right, Joe Biden? Right, Joe Biden's like, all right, I'm president. Although, I don't know. Was he still president, or was he just about to lose? Yeah, Joe Biden was no longer president, but we still had to trick all the pictures of a bird spastics. We still had to trick fucking CIA rhymes with gay, NSA rhymes with gay, Raytheon. Yeah, because I think maybe he won. I don't think President Trump was even sworn in. Like, I think he was president-elect, but he wasn't sworn in. Yeah. So Joe Biden was technically still the president. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Joe Biden was still the president, and so he still had all the apparatus. Like, he was still the boss of the military, still the boss of all the intelligence agencies, and still the boss. Yeah. Still Joe Biden, still a fuckstick. Like, still very dangerous, like very capable of doing retarded things easily. So we still had to trick him before Trump came in and took power and then started like fucking cleaning it out. So I got shipped to June E. And as usual, they were instructed, Mr. Tapscott is going to do 2 months. He's going to have a 1 out the entire time. He's going to go into this one unit, which is like, it was 50-50. And so half the time he's just going to be in his cell, half the time. Yeah. And what did they do? Straight away, it's like, well, nah, we're adjourning you. Yeah. They adjourned me a couple of times. And they pulled me out of that fucking unit. But the way they kind of did that, they put me in the cell with this absolute fucking retarded loser, spastic fucks dude. One of the most insecure people I've ever seen. All met. Yeah, dog shit. Total fucks dude. Yeah. They put me in a cell with him. And their instructors like, Mr. Tapscott is not to have a cellie. He's just going to have a 1 out. And then they're like, how about this instead? Put me in with a fucking dog shit. Yeah, AFP saying I don't say his name. But yeah, everyone knows who he is. Everyone in the like law enforcement correctional. And he was a pictures of a bird from way back. How many kills did he have? 17. Yeah, he was a Tasmanian Nazi bogan from Tasmania, pictures of a bird. Fuckstick. And so they put me in the cell with him. And then I had to convince him that we were going to be pictures of a bird militia together. But he was really insecure. And he just wouldn't shut the fuck up. Yeah, because they threw him in. Like, he wasn't supposed to, like, they just grabbed him off the street. He was marked for death. He didn't realize it. Not by us, but by them. Yeah, they're like, oh, because they were starting to clean up. They were starting to clean house. Like, retire the assets. Yeah. So they stitched him up on the outside to get him thrown in. So they brought him up. They said, like, oh, go and do a fucking, Mr. RFK Jr., sir, I realise now that I think this is going to be a long episode, so I might actually put off our chat until tomorrow if that's okay with you, sir. He's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I appreciate that. I respect that. I respect your candor, Mr. Tapscott. Thanks. Thanks. Awkward hope. You were there, okay? Yeah. Yeah. So, and yes, Stephen Colbert, I am telling this story because I watched your video today. Yeah. He's like, yes, yeah, yeah. Because he's a happy Hanukkah, yeah. I was like, yeah, we should talk about that. Yeah, we should talk about that today. Yeah. Anyway. What was that? Yeah, so he was going to get retired. And so they brought him up. They said, because he was in the burnout scene. They were using the burnout scene as cover. Pictures of bird. No one will suspect that Nazi Bogans operate as burnout drivers. No one will suspect it. Meanwhile, obviously, you've all got Facebook accounts, you fucking dickheads. You advertising. You publicise yourselves. You wear uniforms. Okay, thanks. Yeah. So they got him up. His mates, and this is what they're like. They're just like they'll stitch each other up at a moment's notice. Yeah, they're like, oh, come and do this burnout comp in New South Wales. And they didn't do it to target me specifically, but they brought him up. It was just like, oh, who's a fucking pictures of a bird douchebag that we can send in to harass the shit out of Tapscott? And he was there. I was like, okay, we'll send him in. But what they'd done was, they said, oh, come to this burnout comp in New South Wales. Then when they were up there, they zoomed him until, and because he had a hair trigger temper, like he was a fuckstick, like a massive fuckstick. Like he punched, like super insecure, like just wanted to punch on at a moment's notice. Like he was a fuck all round cocksucker. So they brought him up to do this burnout comp, and then Zerks at the motel. He was at a dog shit. He was at a dog shit pictures of a bird motel. They zoomed him, like targeted him with like Havana syndrome weapons and shit, and then got him to picked a fight with him. And then the split second he cracked, and he ran up and smashed someone. Oh, well, the cops are right there. It's like, oh, I got you, assault, GBH. He's like, fuck, yeah. So then that's why I was in there, and they'd stitched him up, basically, because they were going to retire. They were going to retire the asset. So he was in. So when he got to Junee, I was in there just in the cell on my own, and my whole thing inside is just like, nah. I was just like Paul Atreides after he drank the water of life. I'm like, nah. I'm just going to be passed out. I'm just going to watch the telly, and that's it. That's going to be my time in jail, and maybe read a book. That's it. Yeah. But they put me in the cell with this fuckstick, and so we had to switch a room, and so I had to I was writing stuff. I had a pen. I was writing stuff. I was like, oh, dude, yeah. By the way, we were into pictures of the bird militia and all this shit. Me and you are going to partner up. We're going to have MP7s and Donald Trumps across this, and because we wanted him to think that we were I was pictures of a bird basically. But then, what happened? Yeah, I can't remember. Something happened. So that was when we were in the cell together, and I yelled at him because he was just being a fuckstick, and would not shut the fuck up. Would not stop whinging. 24 hours a day. Yeah, as long as he was awake, he would be complaining. It's like, I shouldn't be in here. Oh, it's too hot. It's too cold. Fuck, it's too loud. Oh, I can hear it ticking. Something. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, but nah. Yeah, and asking me for the legal advice constantly. What do you reckon I should do? But I'm going to be in here for 2 years. And then I'm trying to talk him down. It's it won't be that bad. You got to look at the bright side. Maybe you just get off with a fine. He's like, nah, it's not. Nah, it's fucked. I'm going to be here for 2 years. I'm like, fucking shut the fuck up. Yeah. I was just putting up with him and then the screws were listening, and they were good because what they thought Mr. Tapscott was pictures of a bird jail specialist. And I was just going to go to jail, and then I was going to be like a counsellor, because that's my only function. The fucking dickheads, yeah. Yeah, which is fucked for so many reasons. And so they were kind of like, well, you're doing your job, Mr. Tapscott. We're going to put retarded losers in the cell with you, and they're going to complain 18 hours a day. And then you're going to try and make them feel better. And that's because you're a counsellor or something. When you're not being the weapon, the asset, like disposable. Yeah. And so I yelled at him. I was just like, shut the fuck up. Dude, I'm in jail too. Like, I'm in fucking jail too. This sucks for me as well. I don't know what you're expecting me to do. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a shrink. I can't fucking help you. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. All right? He's like, because he was that type of coward as well. He's like a barking dog, like, and then he goes, shut the fuck up, and slap the nose. And you go, and he kind of cower. Yeah. That was his style. Yeah. So then, something just popped it. Yeah. Should we talk about now? Yeah. Oh, Judy, fuck sticks, like, yeah. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, just shut the fuck up, basically. Yeah, that's right. And I told him, because I told him to be quiet. Yeah, I said, like, brah, like, and it was half because, like, I knew they were listening. It was half because we knew they were listening to everything, and half because I just wanted him to shut the fuck up, because I'm in my head with Turbo Babes. I had the telly. I was like, no, that's it. TV's on. I just hang out with Turbo Babes. That was my thing. But he's going like, yammering. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm not a lawyer. I can't fix your problems. I'm in jail too. I just want to do my time and get the fuck out, all right? And then the dog shit. Prison guards heard it. No, all right, but Tapscott, pack your shit. And I'm like, yes, they're splitting us up. And it's like, and you too, Paramore. And I'm like, fuck. And they moved us into another unit. And because that was the thing, I was supposed to just stay in that unit. And that's why they did it. They moved me out because my people said, like, don't move him from there. Keep him there. And they're like, well, instead of that, like. And the unit that we were in, because it was just like the fucking induction unit. So you spent half the time locked in. It was like 50-50 lock in, which is perfect for me because I just want to do exactly what I just said, which is just lie there. That was my thing. But this fuckstick had decided that I was his best friend. I was his big brother or little brother. And we were married. And his emotional well-being was entirely my problem now. And I'm like, fucking great. Yeah, and there was one other thing where he's like I'm like, Last time I was getting it bashed. I said, just stay in here, bro. Just stay in here. He's like, why? I'm like, because I think something's about to happen. Yeah, he's like, yeah, well, I'll fucking punch on. And then ran out, like, got angry at me. And I'm like, yeah. And then he went, and this is his thing. He's like, oh, fuck you. And then come back like, oh, I'm sorry, man. It's like, so, yeah, so that was what I think. Oh, so he's got a tempo, great. Fucking. Yeah, and that's where his insecurity, because he was like, he'd ask me for advice, but if I gave him advice, he's like, you're talking down to me. Yeah, don't talk down to me. It's like, you just asked me for the advice. It's like, oh, you fucking contradicting me now? Like, fucking, yeah. He's like an abusive partner, basically. And that's exactly, now I'm being told, like, Kitty Callahan is like, that's exactly what he's like with his girlfriend. He was like an abusive partner, pretty much. Because feminism, right, Bill? Yeah. Yeah. And that's what he do. He's like, oh, fucking, like, how could he'd pick a fight, like, just for the sake of it. And they go, it's just because you mouth off, and then make up. And then he was like, well, I get to do that now to Mr. Tapscott. Which isn't true. I mean, like, he was physically capable of doing it, but it didn't work out well for him. Anyway. So they moved us into this other unit. that unit that I was in was like locked down 50% of the time, which is perfect because I just want to lie there, watch TV. The fucking unit that they moved us into was a Pictures of a Bird prison unit where you're basically expected to, you're part of a team. And it's like, that's the Nazi thinking. It's like, no individual thought allowed here, no individualism. You're part of this thing. And if whatever everyone's doing, you're also doing. So, you know, we always train in this unit. We all trained. Yeah, if you close your door, they'd start going to make it sound like we're gonna smash you, Nick Tapscott. Yeah, if I close the door of the cell, that just because I like privacy, I don't want to fucking talk to you faggots anyway. Some of them were in there are really genuinely cool. A lot of them now, because they are actually are. They're like, wait, I thought I was. They're like me. Yeah, I thought I was in the fucking military. I thought I was in the SAS. It's like, no, this is dog shit. Like, so the whole war we're trying to think is a big fucking scam. Like, yeah, no, fuck that. Oh, yeah, but they are actually fearsome warriors. So about 3/4 of them that are in that unit are like cool guys now, and 1/4 of them dog shit Nazi comptroller, political commissar, fucksticks, Nazi bogans, and they are gone. Yeah. So they put us into that unit. And they put us in like, yeah, and it was all this like dog shit fan as well, like dog shit music. And it's like, we're in cell number 1. Number 1 is like the gate, like 1 means you're dead, basically. It's like death. And also like the opposite of 100. Like, it's like, that's the youngest you can be. Wake up, you baby. You're a baby. And they kind of like, the goal sort of was, or their thinking was like, you start there and then you work your way up. And then like the Pictures of a Bird prison guy goes like, no, Tapscott's all right. And then you get into a 1 out and you work your way up. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing that shit. Yeah, but I was still locked in the cell every night with this fuckstick. With this absolute fuckstick. Because I thought, the Pictures of a Bird team thought, they were going to put me in with this fuckstick. He was going to hassle the shit out of me. I'd get scared of him and then turn to Pictures of a Bird. And I'll become Pictures of a Bird. So that's where the story of the menorah comes from. Because I thought, this is in the tent, this is the jail, that they only had enough oil for 1 night or 1 day. But instead, it lasted 8 nights. Because that's a reference to me. Because I thought, oh, nah, Tapscott doesn't fight. He's not a violent prisoner. He doesn't fight. He's a counselor. Like he's just like baby Jesus. He's a shoulder to cry on. That's it. And so we'll put him in with Paramore, this fuck with the brawler. He'll bash him. Or Tapscott will be so scared of getting bashed that he'll just like play ball. He'll switch to Pictures of a Bird. He'll start training. He won't stay in the cell. He'll stop reading books. He'll shave his head. He'll get a jail haircut. And he'll start saying, "Brah." At least that part's true. Yeah. Well, because the whole time they knew this cunt had a hair trigger temper, and the whole time they were zertzing him to make him fucking lose his temper. That was like, we'll just do the same thing that we did to him on the outside. He'll snap. Tapscott will get bashed. And then he'll he'll lose some teeth. Yeah. He'll get his teeth knocked out. He might be so pretty. Yeah. Yeah, but they thought we've only got enough oil to last 1 day. But instead, it lasted eight nights. It just kept burning. It's like, oh, it's a miracle. Yeah, because I mean, they go, don't get me wrong. I fucking hate it. It was the shittest miracle I've ever done. Like the fucking donkey track. Because, yeah, every night they'd lock us in, and every night it'd be this fucking spastic. He'd have a fight with his girlfriend. He'd call his girlfriend, have a fight with her. He'd get angry. He'd make you talk to him. You're like, nah. And dog shit fan constantly. Like, something bread and me bra. chocolate and all this shit. Like, what are you getting at your bars? I'm getting raspberry. I'm just getting fucking whatever. He's like, well, what do you think about this? Like, I don't know. He's like, well, you have to fucking talk to me. He's like, yeah, you can't say dead silence. Silence equals dead, because I'm just saying, oh, shit, this guy. And then whatever you'd say to him would be wrong, and he would just interpret it. Because you couldn't give him if you gave him a compliment, he'd think, I'm like, no, yeah. Yeah, because it's like, oh, I've been in other jails where, like, if you're fucking, like a Clarence, you get your buyout, they watch you out the windows while you walk across the yard with it. And then, depending on who you are, you might get a fucking visit from the Koori gang, and they'll, like, just steal all your shit and bash you. And he's like, oh, like, but you wouldn't get one of those visits. He's like, jumps off his bang. Do you want to fucking go? I'm like, what are you talking about? What? You're talking down to me. I'm like, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Yeah, he had me back like a couple, like, was that like, it happened every night pretty much. And I like, because he thought, because I didn't say anything or do anything, but then when I actually like sized up, because I was heavier than him, and like I could see that he was like, he was like poising to like wait for me to say the wrong thing and bang, like headbutt. So to counter that, I like fold my arms, so it's like, so he can't get in there, you know what I mean? So I'm just like that. And then, like, you know, sort of like standing up as well and sort of like looking down, like bridging up, basically. Yeah, and bridging up. And it's like, it's not an aggressive thing, but it's like, it's a defensive thing. And he realized, oh, fuck, he will actually defend himself. And then I might get a lucky shot in, but then he's going to fucking just sit on me, like, you know, and suffocate me. So that would calm him down. But that's the type of fuckstick he was. So stuff like that. If you said, like, you wouldn't get a visit, bro. They wouldn't bash you. You're cool. It's like, you fucking... So if you gave him a compliment, he'd try and bash you. If you sort of negged him a little bit, it's like, but you know, I know what you're like with the temper. He's like, oh, fucking like, that would make him flip out as well. You couldn't say anything. Yeah. And like really needy. And so if you're in the cell, he'd be like fucking... He'd like, I'm staying in the cell. And then he'd come into the cell and just like, I can sit in the cell. I can sit in the cell too. No. All right. I'll go over there. And then you leave the cell and he's like, and then he'd come out and say, oh, I can sit out of the cell. I can sit out of the cell too. I'm sure. Who cares? Who fucking cares? But yeah, that Nazi mentality is like, no, there's a ranking. There's a ranking here. You can't have just two guys who are equal. It's like, nah, there has to be an alpha and a beta. That's it. Those are the options. Yeah. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake. So that's what that actually, it's like the oil went for 8 nights. They thought I was just going to break. They thought I was going to capitulate, be pictures of a bird, loser, and start walking around with my shirt off and training in a circle. And then if everyone else is doing this, I'd also do that. And what are you getting for your vibes, me, brah? And I was like, nah, no, fuck that. Yeah, so it lasted 8 days. It lasted 8 nights instead of just 1 day, basically. That's what that's a reference to. Mystery solved. Yeah, this is what I mean about the Bible. I was like, miraculous. But it's like, nah, it's like some guy wanted to bash me and I wouldn't let him. But I was stuck in the fucking cell with him. And then in the meantime, it's like, oh, it's so dramatic. But it's like, yeah, it's just a jail story. Like, yeah. People starting to understand. So, yeah, okay. We get it now. Yeah. Like the Perseus thing. It's like, he's cut off his head. Jet stakes for hair. Use mirror. Yeah. It's like, nah, Sylvia Jeffries, like, listen to Bill Burr. That's all it is. That's all it is. See, this is why it's like, when people kill each other over interpretations of the Bible, it's like, what the fuck is this? What are they doing? No, it's just a story. Just chill the fuck out. Yeah. Unbelievable. But meanwhile, during the day, because he's out there, he's like, oh, there's a ranking. There's a pictures of a bird ranking. And your goal of being in jail is to work your way up the ranking. And I was like, no, I don't give a shit about rankings. I don't fucking care. I just want to do the time and get the fuck out. I don't want to be part of any of this dog shit system. And I did this on purpose. I went, right, because they're like, oh, don't make phone calls because too much is too loud. You're making too much noise because of China's. Because if China figured out that we were actually Soviets, China figured it out in the 60s. Fucking years. They've painted this, yeah, they've got a nuke pointed at this jail. Like, they've had one pointed at this jail since 1960. Because are you retarded? Yeah. But yeah, don't make noise. So I'm like, oh, fuck that. So they're getting this fuckstick to like hassle me every night. And he's like trying to keep me awake and stuff like that. Like all the Nazi dog shit. And I was like, what do you think about this? I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I have no idea. It's like, wow, that's like, what do you think I should say? What do you think my lawyer should say? Like the neediest like piece of shit. Meanwhile, in the background, Tara Bennett, Kitty Callahan, Sylvia Jeffries, all of my friends, all my Space Coast friends are fucking just wrecking him. And he's like, suddenly remembers, he's like, yeah, I remember my mum knocked me out when I was like 12. I just remembered that for some reason. So, fuck you. Yeah, she could do that. She could dip in at any time. Yeah. And he's like, I just remembered. I almost got my teeth knocked out. I just remembered that for some reason. So, yeah. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. She takes things. She does. Yeah. Yeah. Because their thing is, it's all about this hierarchy. You go to being in jail to work out the hierarchy. So you train, you get tats on your face, whatever. The jail stuff like, don't make noise. So I'm like, no, fuck that. I want to speak to legal aid. And they tried this same dog shit on me today. The Centrelink. It's like, oh no, they put you through the wrong. They leave you on hold for fucking 3 hours. You just keep trying to call them. Eventually you get through, and like finally I got through to legal aid. It's like, yeah, look, just fucking tell them, pull me out of this fucking jail. My only priority, my highest priority is getting out of jail. And I was sending a message to like Joe Biden, who in the Old Testament is Saul, and King David, of course, the coolest one, the best one, the one who went to jail. Yeah. I'm actually a few characters, so it's sort of like I in that cell I was one guy. I can't remember the name of the character, but I was one guy, and I was someone's son. Or maybe that was David. Yeah, but anyway, that was that. Yeah, so Saul is Joe Biden. So that's the Old Testament, like when King David's being chased, they're pursuing each other throughout the desert, and like David's like moving, and fucking Saul won't leave him alone. He's like, "Fuck you, Saul." Yeah, and fighting Saul. And so that's actually the story of me in Junie. Yeah. And so, yeah, because I rang up and went like, yeah, fuck, get me the fuck out of this jail. My only priority is getting out of this fucking jail. Get me out of jail, never coming back to jail. Fuck you. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, now being told like, yeah. Joe Biden's like, cancer prick. Yeah, this is when he was on the bottom rung just before he got diagnosed with cancer of the prick, because he kept fighting. He's like, keep me in jail longer, just because I said I want to get the fuck out of jail. I was like, no, keep me in jail longer, just to double down on me. But anyway, one of the blokes in there who's actually watching the video right now. Hey, bro, how are you? He's like, yeah, good man. Yeah, I'm in there. Like, yeah, you're Goliath, dude. Big fella, the biggest fella in there. Yeah, I'm like, fuck. What am I thinking? Anyway, one of the things that this other fucks did was trying to get me to do it, because he was always trying to like, so during the day before lock-in, he's like, you should come out of the cell, you should work out. Like, yeah, trying to get me to like train and stuff like that and be part of the Pictures of the Bird team. And it's going, no, it can be fucked. I'll just stay in here, I'll just watch telly or read books or whatever. And then one day he finally goes, he's like, nah, come on. Like, do you want to come to the rec center? They had a rec center. And I'm like, yeah, all right. And they're like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, isn't it cool? Well, he's in jail, cool. And he's fully indoctrinated now. He's like, yeah, jail's sick. You can come and go as you please. It's awesome. It's like a camp. Yeah, he's one of these fuckheads. I'm like, no, it's not like a camp, dude. This is dog shit. This is absolute dog shit. Yeah. Yeah, this is dog shit. This is fucked. Anyway. But we went out to the rec center, and it was like a big room. They had like fucking badminton up there or something. And they're like, "Oh, do you want to watch a movie?" And like the biggest dude in there, and I didn't really know any of them, but I see this fucking. You pull out this big box of Blu-rays, and one of the Blu-rays is the movie Snitch, and I just like I pull it out and hand it to him. There you go. What? He's like massive. I'm like, oh fuck, what have I done? Oh fuck. They kind of knew who I was. And so I was like, yeah, I was just being cheeky. That's cheeky, Mr. Tapscott. That's Mr. Tapscott being a fuckstick. That's borderline Joker. That's halfway to being a Joker. That's halfway Joker thing. That's a half Joker thing to do. Yeah. But yeah, and he was like, oh, what the fuck? He's calling me a snitch. I don't even know this fucking guy. I know, obviously, like, I'd tear him apart. Like, he was the guy I was saying, like, he'd bounce your head like a fucking basketball. He would. He's like, yeah, he's like 150 kilos or something. And not fat. He's muscle. Like, yeah. Like, and I was like, oh, shit. And then after that, yeah, and then they didn't know how to take it. But then I went back, and I was in my cell. Yeah, and I was talking to the other guy. He's like, I can't believe you fucking did that thing with the guy. And the big Goliath was listening because he's like, I don't know how to do that. Are we fighting or are you trying to? What is this? And I'm like, and it's like, fucking, bro, jail. They said something like, jail is shit. Get the fuck out of jail. The only point of being in jail is to get the fuck out of jail. Jail is fucking gay. And then he heard it. He's like, right, fucking. You fucking put a snitch on me, cunt? I don't even fucking know you. I should fucking smash you. And I'm like, oh, all right, sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, like capitulated. I'm just like, nah, like, I was just fucking around, just a dickhead. Like, you know, that's why I'm in jail. I'm just a fuckstick. And then he's like, oh, yeah, because he went like, okay, is he being aggressive? Like, is he actually having a go at me and saying I'm a snitch? Or is this a thing? And then I went, oh, jail's bullshit, jail's gay. He's like, oh, no, he is having a go. Because he's not part of Pictures of the Bird, so he's being serious. So fuck you. And then he and I was like, oh fuck. And the guy who was in the cell with the fuckstick, he's like, oh holy shit, dude! Like, he's the biggest guy in here. What are you retarded? I'm like, I don't know. But then there's a thing, right? This is dog shit fan. Like cracking a can. Is salt, so because it's the sodium, right? Like carbonated water, that's salt water, so it's like mineral water. So that sound like that means, that means like this is salt water. So I'm deep, right? So that's one thing. And then so they're all like, oh fucking Chad, who's this fucking cunt? He's oh yeah, we should bash him. We should fucking smash him. And they were like, and they're walking around the circle, and one of his mates, because that's jail, like all they can do is gossip. So it's like if you sort of pick up, and they're all like in this clique, all right, yeah, like really solid clique. He's like, oh fucking, are they gonna punch him? His Tom's gonna punch him. He's going, oh, I don't think he's gonna get his ass kicked. Fuck. They had these panels in the windows had these panels, and they were super dark blue. And so I went out and like I pulled it out, like I couldn't get it in the slot properly. I'm like, okay, I need to communicate to these guys that no, it's just a thing. I'm not picking a fight. This is just a thing. Don't worry about it. So I pulled it out and I walked out of the cell and I had it. And I looked at it and I showed it around. Like, look, it's super dark blue to the point that it's almost black. And that's like a dog shit fan. There's dog shit email saying like, no, I'm deep, right? I'm very deep under the salt water, like I'm a submarine. That's what I was trying to communicate. Like I'm a submarine and I'm fucking super deep. So it's just a deep cover thing. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, bro, can you help me with this? Because I was like friendly. He's like, oh yeah, all right. And then he came in, and I was like, oh, I couldn't get it in the slot. I needed to call 000 6 times, like as in, yeah. 3 times 6, 666. Yeah, it was like, it's a flood. Like, I'm very deep under the water. I'm very deep. So yeah, just chill. He's like, oh yeah, cool. And then he backed it up. He responded with something like, oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I've done this 6 million times before or something like that. So that's sort of like him going, yeah, acknowledged. All right, cool. Yeah, that's like, all right, I feel. And then just to back it up, when they were walking past, when the big fellow was walking past, I went and opened a can. So and then he went, oh, okay, right, yeah. He's not actually trying to fight me because I weigh him by like 50 kilos. I'd crush him. And he's on a Fruit Loop. He's just doing a thing. Yeah, he's just deep. Yeah, and so that is the story of David going like, bang, and hitting him right between the eyes with a rock. That's David's sling. That's what that was in the Old Testament. Because he's Goliath and I'm David. On the run from Saul. And so he was one of Saul's kind of warriors. And I came out like, yeah. And it's like, oh, you read that Bible story. It's like, oh, this guy brought his son out. So that was a fuckstick I was in the cell with. Because at that point he was going, oh, fuck you, Tapscott. And he was like sort of standing over me. And so that made me his son. And then he says like, oh, they're lining up for battle. And then he said, come out of the tent and like face us or something. And then David goes, I'll fight him. And that rock, that stone, which is the high quality of my dog shit email. It was high quality dog shit. It was petrified. Kitty cat. I was like, yeah, it was petrified dog shit, and it turned to stone, basically. Yeah, it was high quality. High quality. I saw the whole thing. That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, kitty. Yeah, because I like, because it made him go like, It was like, he calls me a snitch, and like, what the fuck? The balls on this guy. And he tricked me. He made me think he was being a fuckwit, but actually, he was switcherooing me, and that's pretty impressive. Because I fucking bought that switcheroo. I bought it. Yeah, I thought it was a fuckstick for sure. A very convincing fuckstick. I hit him in the head. It's like, yeah. Yeah, all right, yeah. So that's David's thing. And then, yeah, so that's when I'm on the run from Saul. He sends out his most fearsome warrior, which is Goliath. He was the biggest dude in there. I went, bang, hit him with the thing. He's like, and took him out. And then I backed it up by saying, yeah, because in jail, the worst thing is being in the boneyard. That's the opposite. You know, that's the worst thing you can do. It's the lowest. It's like, boneyard. Fuck that. Fucking snaps, I'll tell you what. Fuck that. Yeah. And by the way, about half the blokes in here were Kuris, and Jai Honeyset, associates with him, yeah. Because I'd already done time with Honeyset. And so I was sort of like, and they'd let me know. It's like, no, Tapscott, yeah, they put graffiti up and stuff. It's like, yeah, don't worry. Like, so the Kuris in there, they already knew who I was. And they're like, yeah, cool. You're in here with us, so that's all right. That's cool. That makes you cool. Yeah. There's one guy in there who was a fucking spastic, turns out. He wasn't that bad when I was in there with him, but in real life, in reality, he's one of the worst Nazi dog shit SS Melbourne Collingwood SS fucksticks in the universe. Anyway, he's gone. He is gone. Yeah, so then after that, because, yeah, the boneyard. Yeah, like, and they were like, oh, you got to be quiet all the time, brah. And, fucking boneyard, that's the worst. Boneyard's the worst. And then, like, I was doing something. Like, I had all this, like, it looked like I was moving. And that's one thing that they always do. Like, if you look like you're moving out, where are you going? To checking to see if you're going to the boneyard to bash you. If you go to the boneyard, they'll bash you. It's like, where are you fucking going? Where are you going then? Where are you off to? I was doing something. Like, I was carrying shit somewhere. Like, it looked like I was moving out there. And I knew that. And so on the way up there, and just as I was up on a walkway, and just as I thought, someone goes like, oi, where are you going then? And I go like, is this the right way to the boneyard? And I said it like fucking super loud. He's like, oh, what? What is wrong with you? What is fucking wrong with you, you fucking spastic? like, nah, just fucking with you. And then I was like, and they're like, yeah. But this one, the SS guy, fucking, he's like, oh, fucking bullshit. Yeah. And they came back and they're like, oh, you fucking, what do you mean you're going to point your, and they were just fucking around. I was like, no, this isn't spam, this is main, this is normal. But like, yeah, that's fucking, we heard about your call, bro. Yeah. Yeah. That's right, Bill Burr. He's like, this is why comedians should never go to jail because, like, it's like, fuck you. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. 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 Is this the right way to the boneyard? And I'm like, oh, yeah. And the whole jail was like, and that the fuck sticks like smoke started coming out of his. You know, that's why I used to go to boneyard. That's the worst. Yeah, and so that was me like, so the first thing was putting the stitch on the big fella. Bing. That was him. That was me knocking him out with the stone. And then that is this the right way to the boneyard? That call was me cutting off his head and showing around. I was like, yeah, fuck you. I am a psycho. And that's that story. That's the story of David and Goliath. Yeah. And what happened after that? Yeah, that's right. And then I got moved out of the jail. Yeah. Because, I was like, and my people in the background are like, well, because I was like, get me the fuck out of here. I was signaling. I was going like flares going like, get me out of this fucking cell with this fucking spastic. Because he is a fuckstick. Yeah. And he was like doing everything. We had Mossad in there and they were like, no, protecting and stuff. But right up to the last minute, he was like, oh, yeah, because they came in and they go, oh, Tapscott, you're out of here because like I was on a remand bed placement. It's like, well, you're sentenced now, so you gotta go. You're on the truck. That's what they say. When you're getting moved to another jail, they're like, you're on the truck. And this fuckstick, because he's like, oh, I've got to be the alpha. They're transferring him out to a better jail. But I picked a jail that was shit. I went to fucking Wellington, which is dog shit. And I picked that one specifically, like my people that go there because it's dog shit. And then no one will get jealous, no one will care. But yeah, and so my silly immediately gets jealous. He thinks that I'm leaving, like me going to another jail is like a promotion or something. Because he's fucked in the head. Yeah, he's like, oh, I could go to another jail if I want. I was like, well, fucking ask him. I just asked him. It's just a technicality. He's like, oh, you think you're better than me because you're going to another jail. Oh, yeah, idiot. Apparently there's more to that story. Yeah, Kitty kind of saying, yeah, I should Google it because there's more. Yeah, so this is the Book of Samuel in the Old Testament. Yeah, the Israelites and the Philistines were at war, with armies facing each other in the valley of Liaw. Yeah, so that's literally like Israel. The Israelites are Israel, and Philistines, that's Joe Biden, spastic Nazi cocksucker. Yeah. The Philistines had a massive, heavily armed champion named Goliath, who stood in the valley each day, challenging the Israelites to send one man to fight even in single combat, promising victory for his side. The Israelite army, including King Saul, was terrified and hid, unable to face the giant. David's arrival and decision. Shepherd boy. David, the youngest son of Jesse. Yeah. So that was actually his name, Jesse. That fuckwit silly, his name was Jesse. Yeah. And now everyone was like, holy shit. Yeah. Arrived at the camp to bring food to his brothers. He heard Goliath's taunts and saw the fear of the Israelites, asking what reward would be given to the man who defeated the giant. Faith in God, David declared he would fight Goliath, not relying on armor, but on the Lord of hosts. Trusting God would give him victory. So that's basically I'm like, I fucking hope Mr. Tapscott is going to let Mr. Tapscott get the shit kicked out of him today. Because otherwise I'm fucked. Yeah. The battle. Familiar tools. So the Lord of Hosts, that's the Turbo Babes. Because, yeah, like I was like fucking, Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I used Goliath's own sword. Yeah, so that's me using I used my dog shit fan on them. That was yeah, I used his own sword because his sword, that's his dog shit fan. That's his sword. It's his like legal language that you use in the exterior. Yeah, it's not a knife. It's not like a sneaky little fucking fuck you behind the scenes. That's a knife fight. So me and the fuckstick Sally, we would have knife fights because it was behind closed doors. But this was like a legal battle out in public. Like send forth, he goes, fear somebody. And it's like, oh yeah, I'll call you a snitch out in public. Remember, that was his sword, not mine, because I wasn't a jail dude. And then, yeah, I used dog shit fan to cut off his head. Because yeah, he was like, oh fucking, I don't know, he's been a cunt. And then I used his own language against him, or like not against him, but on him, and that cut his head off and slayed him. So neutralize the threat. Yeah. Underdog story. It's a classic tale of the small overcoming the mighty. Symbolizing courage, faith, and divine help against overwhelming odds. Moral lessons. Yeah. Story teaches that faith in God can empower individuals to overcome personal giants, challenges, or bullies in life. Yeah, and that's true. Is that what we're trying to get to? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Was that another story? Yeah, okay, so yeah, me using the dog shit fan going, like, and also I called 000 6 times and look how black and blue this is. That was me using that language. That was me using his sword to slay him. Yeah. And then there's another Bible story that they're like, is this the way to the boneyard? Because I switcherooed them. Yeah. I inverted and I fucked it up. Like, yeah. So that's the moral of the story. Yeah, Dreamy. Like I had to be in a cell with a fuck stick. And he tried to find me. Like literally, like he had me backed up. Like, so I'm like, fucking come on. Like, it was every night. And like, even if like you win the fight, you don't want to get in a fight because I don't want to get my fucking face smashed or my teeth knocked out or my nose broken or my glasses broken. I didn't want any of that shit. And so like, yeah, even if I could beat him in a fight, you don't want to get in a fight. And then he was like trying to like fucking drag me. He's like, don't go, stay here. You should stay here. I'm like, all right, like, I'm getting the fuck away from you, fucking spastic. And then, yeah, in the background, he was like hoping that I'd like be his best mate or something. And then I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. But yeah, dog shit. Yeah, so anyway, that's the story of me being retarded enough to go to jail and not die. It's like, yeah, well, I'll look after you. I said that to myself, and that's what I'm saying. I think this is like actually, so this is actually Mr. Tapscott from the future. A message from Mr. Tapscott in the future to Mr. Tapscott in the past, to say, no, you're right. Mr. I'll look after you. Like, yeah. But okay, now we can probably have this debate because that's the thing. I was like, yeah, but surely it would have been. We could have avoided the situation altogether, and then I wouldn't have needed to have been courageous, Because what did we really gain by going to junior correctional? I guess we gained allies. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we gained allies. Yeah. 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 So I'm kind of like, because the Sun Tzu side of me is saying, like, yeah, but if you can avoid it altogether, because at any point we probably could have just stepped in and gone like, nah, Tapscott, like, you're in the cell with me, and it's just like, it's just a friendly, and instead of that fuckstick, instead of in a cell, because I was in there, it was like, yeah, it literally was 8 nights. I was in that cell with that fuckstick for like 2 weeks or something, and he was like that every fucking night. And so I was like, yeah. So prevention is better than cure, I guess, is my message. That's what I'm saying. He's like, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Yeah. But no, it's war. Yeah, you have to put up with shit. So I guess the lesson is, yeah, hang in there. Yeah. Now it made him sad. You're right, Mr. Tapscott. In the future. He's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, you make a good point, though. I'm just saying, yeah. Yeah, because that was my thinking at the time. It's like, so aren't we supposed to, so they're our enemies, right? It's like, yeah. So your plan to defeat our enemies is to lock ourselves in a room with him. It's like, yeah. Like, because I would have thought the plan would be to lock him out of the room, be in a room that's locked, and he's not in here. So he can't get into the room. You know, that's how I look at it, at least. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, you got to, like, yeah. No. It's all part of a plan, basically. But, yeah, that's how I ended up. That's the story of the Old Testament. That was me at fucking Junee. And then the rest of the Old Testament, like, that's when, like, it's the battle, like, me facing up against Saul. And then in the meantime, like, on the outside, fucking... it's sad now. Everyone's sad. Kitty Kelly and Tarvin, and they're all like, oh, what? Nah, it's like, it's not you. Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, it's an interesting point because it's like, yeah, okay, had faith that God's going to get you out of there. But it's like, didn't God put me in the scenario to begin with? It's like, yeah. Anyway, no, they love it. No, they're like, yeah, that's you, Mr. Tapscott, courageous. Yeah, not even afraid to tell God, maybe there's a better way. Maybe there's a better way. Yeah. Anyway, no. The point of going to that jail was to switcheroo sting them. Yeah, because the whole time I was in there, I was like, well, let's see how they treat him. Because that's what we're there to do, and also make allies. It's like solidarity with the Kuris. And I needed to sort of like flush myself through that system to see who, and yeah, exactly. And that's who we were trying to flush out with those fucksticks like that guy that was in the cell with. Yeah, that's who we were trying to flush out. And it worked. Yeah. So he's that enemy, he's gone now because of that. Because I had to get locked in the cell with him. Because if he was still out in the street, yeah, who knows what he'd be capable of. He could have been capable of a terror attack. Yeah. Yeah, he could have. He probably would have been. Yeah, because he's very callous. He's very selfish, very insecure. Yeah. Postcard Nazi. And that other fuckstick who was in there. Yeah, what was his name? Yeah, there was a news story about him, actually. Like, that was this guy. Yeah, that's it.
Paradise can hide a sobering truth. Safety standards in Bali are not what they are here. And when things go wrong, they go really wrong. In March, a group of 11 tourists, including Australians, took a boat trip to go snorkeling.
Yeah.
No one had any reason to fear danger. That is, until the vessel they were on suddenly capsized. Melbourne woman Anna Blight died, and many of the others on board were injured.
Yeah, that was a huge... Yeah.
Anna was killed. The disaster sparking a shambolic, near-fatal rescue operation. Anna was killed. The disaster sparking a shambolic, near-fatal rescue operation.
Yeah, so that was that fuckstick.
We had no idea how many people are alive or how many
are dead. That was the SS fuckstick. Not my
For all those who were on board, the trauma is still raw.
SS fuckstick. Yeah.
What was it like in that moment?
First thing was fuel.
You take your time. Take your
Just deep breath.
Yeah. So that was me. That's the story. That boat capsizing. That was the story. That's fake news. That was the story of me in June, because I rolled through, and I was the big wave of salt water that rolled through, and like I turned the whole thing upside down. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, by being a fucking Fruit Loop and like not doing pictures of bird stuff and not walking around in a circle and not training and shit like that. And the reason that Melbourne bitch died was because of the result of my investigation. Yeah, because I was in there like, all right, I was in there going, who's a fuckstick, who's not a fuckstick, who's a Nazi, who's not a Nazi, and we identified, because I was in there, it was like, that is a fucking Nazi, that's a Collingwood great Nazi. And so they said, okay, right, yeah, my satellite, all right, cool, thank you, Mr. Tapscott, thank you, yeah. So that's why I was in there, basically, yeah. But yeah, the whole time I was in there, I was being protected by, I had a security detail and stuff, but it still sucked. It still sucks because you're still like fucking this fuck like every night. Yeah, we go, come on, I'll bash you. You gotta be up against the wall, like. And then he kind of like jumped. He's like, oh yeah, but then he started going like pretending. He's like, I'll pretend to bash you by really bashing you. And it's like, yeah, I just think you're a fuckstick, and I just want you to go away. That was my thinking. And then from there, I went to Wellington. And then Wellington, there's more. When I was in Wello, there's more of the Old Testament in there, and so that was a pursuit. That was Saul sort of pursuing me around the place. Like, yeah, because then when I got to Wellington, there was even more dog shit. Because they realized I was in June, and so now they were like sending in as much searches of dog shit as possible. Yeah. Yeah. And then eventually, I got let out. But yeah. And then that's when I was at Wellington. That's when the bronze snake. That's when God commanded Moses to put the fucking bronze snake in there. There's all the passengers in there about like they had the Ark of the Covenant, and that was me. I'll put this here, and 2 lanterns, and that was the 2 lanterns. That's actually me. Like, I need a reading light so I can read, because I was reading the Old Testament as I was in there. So, oh, holy shit, this is actually what's happening right now. Yeah. Anyway, we will talk more about the Old Testament, but that's where that came. That's the story of David and Goliath. That's what that story is. And then there's another passage there that references that specifically, where I did that, like, is this the way to the barnyard? And I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I'm crazy. This guy's crazy. Like, yeah. That's all it was. It was just a couple of jokes. So, yeah, Holy Grail, jokes on a CV. Yeah. That's it. What was the fucking, the letter to Meredith? That was something else as well. That's another one of the cups of Christ, yeah. I think that's in the Old Testament too. Yeah. But yeah, there you go. That's how it sort of plays out. Yeah, hang on. All right. I'm now being encouraged to find the letter to Meredith. Yeah, the letter to Meredith is the cup from the Last Supper. Yeah, that's me sharing around. That was me writing the letter to Meredith. That's in the New Testament. That was Jesus. He's like, this cup, like, this is my body and this is my blood, and that's the cup that had his blood in it. That was my letter to Meredith because it had my blood in it. Yeah, that's right. But there's more about the Old Testament. Yeah. Sparking Saul's jealous rage and attempts to kill David, while David, despite opportunities, showed mercy and respect, ultimately succeeding Saul as king after Saul's tragic death in battle, establishing a lasting dynasty. Their story, detailed in the books 1 and 2 Samuel, contrasts Saul's pride and downfall with David's humble faith and rise, showing God's choice of the unlikely righteous leader. Pretty unlikely, I guess. Saul's reign and downfall. Anointed king, God chose Saul, a tall, impressive man, to unite Israel under a monarchy. Disobedience. Saul repeatedly disobeyed God's specific commands. Yeah. Particularly in battle, showing a lack of trust. Yeah. So, like, yeah. You're letting Mr. Tapscott out of jail before Christmas, right, Joe? Yeah. It's like, no, Kitty Callahan, I'll do whatever I want. Like, yeah. Disobedience. Like, yeah. Yeah. Because he was supposed to do what we wanted him to do, what Donald Trump's doing, which is like, no, there's a Nazi problem. There's a worldwide Nazi problem. So we need to, there's a worldwide Nazi problem, and we need to unite against them. And that's what we're like, right, Joe Biden, there's an opportunity for you to not be a fuckstick. But he kept just doing it. Oh, no, fuck you, Kitty Callahan. I just do my own thing. Like, yeah. Keep Mr. Tapscott in jail. That's basically it. It's all right, well, we'll see. Okay. Goodbye, Saul. Fuck you. Yeah. Yeah. Jealousy. After David defeated Goliath, he became a national hero, praised by the people. Yeah, so that's when I kind of like the prison population is like, yeah, that guy's cool. Saul has slain his thousands and David his tens of thousands. This fueled Saul's jealousy and fear that David would take the throne. Yeah, because they're like, fucking, he went to Junie and like told a couple of jokes instead of punching on me, bro. Then fucking, took over the thing. It's like, that guy's cool. Yeah. Saul tried to kill David, throwing spears at him and sending him on dangerous missions. But David was protected by God and his friendship with Jonathan, Saul's son. Who's Jonathan? Who's Jonathan, Kitty Callahan? Not Jonathan West, obviously. The king? Yeah. Okay, John, that's you. King Charles III. Please, it's your majesty. That's you, your majesty, King Charles III. Yeah, you're Jonathan. Yeah, Saul's son. Yeah. Yeah, because you're his son, but, it's just a technicality. Yeah, because you were in the background about like, can you stop fucking around with Mr. Tapscott because he's going to fuck you up. Yeah, can you please not nuke Australia, DGAM? Is that all right? Oh, yeah. Saul died by suicide after losing a battle to the Philistines, his reign ending in tragedy. Yeah. In our eyes, he killed himself. Yeah, we're just like, no, you killed yourself, you fucking spastic. You killed yourself. But yeah, because you lost the election. Like, you went, no, I can be re-elected. And we're like, well, you can if you can stand up, you can be re-elected. Like, if you can breathe. People, presidents tend to know how to breathe. Can you breathe, Joe? Yeah, fuck you, cancer and prick. Yeah, that's when you got cancer and prick. Yeah, that's the thing. That's how Taliban looks at it. You killed yourself, you fucking spaz. We told you to stop fucking around with Mr. Tapscott. You didn't do it. And what happens, Joe? Cancer and prick. Fuck you. Yeah. That's on you, cunt. That's on you. Those are her words. Yeah. Yeah. David's rising character. Chosen by God, a humble shepherd, David was chosen by God for his heart, not his appearance. But I mean, come on, God. I'm pretty, He's like, no, Nick, that's got nothing to do with it. It's just a coincidence that you're a handsome devil. Like Matt Damon. No, I wasn't chosen by the way. No, I was definitely born. I was born right Tara Bennett. Like, yeah. But this is just a story to sort of say, like, Mr. Tapscott. Be a cool shepherd who doesn't care if you're Goliath. He'll fight you. Yeah, he'll fight you. Like, if you're a dog shit Saul, Mr. Tapscott will go, nah, no dog shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you're a tall Saul with a son called Jonathan. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking fight you because you're a fuckstick. Yeah, that's the point of that story. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, Mr. Tapscott is definitely made. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of space magic in there, but yeah. There's sort of more to be explained there, but no. Like, Mr. Tapscott wasn't just some guy who was walking around and was like, congratulations, you win the election. It was like, where is Mr. Tapscott? He's down there somewhere. There's Mr. Tapscott. That's him. Yeah. And then throwing me in, flushing me through the jail system. That was like, yo. And they're like, yeah, we told you. We'll put this guy in there and see what happens. And like, yeah, down goes the president of the United States. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who's Samuel? Is that myself? No. Anyway. Anointed by Samuel. Music and service. David Saul sold, calming him with music and succeeding in military tasks, making him even more popular. Even when hiding from Saul and having chances to kill him, like in a cave, David refused, believing it wrong to harm God's anointed. Did I? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I did. I did apparently. Yeah, why don't you punch on me, bro? Yeah, that's it. And he goes, no. Yeah, that's not I'm not a punch on guy. Fuck you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. David made a deep covenant with Saul's son Jonathan and proved his loyalty even to Saul. After Saul's death, David was anointed king and ushered in a golden age for Israel, known for his righteousness and faith. Yeah, okay, cool. So hopefully that golden age is on its way. Yeah, well now Tyrone is saying, well, why do you think they call it the golden age cinema bar? Ah, thanks, Tyrone. See? Looking after Mr. Tapscott. That's nice, thank you. Yeah. Samuel and Ozzy? Yes. Is that related to the letter to Marath? Yes. Yeah, here's the themes are God chooses the humble and faithful over the proud and disobedient. Yeah, now that's not a proud and disobedient. It's not like, you know my style. I'm Mr. Tapscott. I made it very clear. Don't enslave the Jews or anyone. No murder. No pictures of a bird. It should be easy. It should be fucking easy. But yeah, if it comes to like a turbo thing and it's like something, if it's something exceptional, like please don't nuke China for no reason, and you disobey that order, yeah, that'll be a problem. Yeah, that'll be a problem. Yeah. But I mean, like that's it doesn't mean you're not going to get micromanaged by a turbo. You won't get micromanaged by a turbo. No. Yeah, don't be pedo. No pictures of a bird. Don't enslave the Jews or anyone. No murder. Yeah, most other sins have their own punishments built in. Like if you don't have a shower for a week, people are not going to hang out with you. If you act like eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth, that's a real thing. That's how I lost the tooth. That tooth. Yeah, because I was being a real asshole to some girls. Like two separate times. So like I inflicted deep emotional pain on two separate women. Kitty kind of saying like, yeah, you're kind of being a bit proud and arrogant, but at the same time, you're like, I couldn't take no for an answer. That's what that was. Yeah, and so that's what happened. Because I couldn't take no for an answer. I'm like, oh, fucking, yeah, how can I? Because like, yeah, I was being competitive. I thought it was a competition. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was a competition. Oops. Like, yeah, just like that fuckstick Sally. Yeah, he thought our relationship was a competition. Like you constantly trying to be at the top of the ladder, and so that's sort of almost how I was like viewing those relationships. Because I couldn't accept. It's like, well, they just rejected you, dude. I should have just walked away. Okay, cool. I lose at being humble. Yeah, but instead, I wasn't humble. I wasn't, and I wouldn't take the hint either. Yeah, I was like, nah, we can still get back together. I was like, brah, we're telling you to fuck off for 6 months. Yeah. And then someone did it, and then yeah, the end of the story is someone did it to me, and then is that what it feels like? Fuck that. Yeah, I never did it again. Yeah. Okay, let's political leader Kitty Callahan. No. Advertising? Yeah. Is it Tom? No. It's not Jules? No. But they work in advertising? Yeah. It's not James Rupert, no. I'm going to be really embarrassed when I realize who it is. Yeah, okay. Oh, is it Murdoch? Yeah. Yeah, so this is Rupert Murdoch. Yeah. So that's Samuel. Yeah. Yeah, because he was like, oh, Tapscott, he can fucking write. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Because Murdoch's family served in, Rupert Murdoch's father served in World War I, and so did my great-grandfather. It was popping up out there. Yeah, big time. Yeah. Oh, they had all this Old Testament shit, don't they? Yeah, well, fuck them. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so Murdoch already, and because Rupert Murdoch's from Adelaide, if people remember that. Yeah, his first newspaper was in Adelaide. And so he kind of knew, he's, oh yeah, Tapscott, Victor Harbour, Shannon's Victor Harbour, because he was all across the war and stuff like that. I don't think he was old enough, but yeah. And then he was aware of my uncles as well. And so he sort of had like one eye on me from when I was a young man. Because he knew, yeah. Because he was hooked up with the AFP, basically. Yeah. So he already knew. He was like, all right, well, that's that. That's that war family. So the grandson of Lindsay Shannon, the nephew of Tim Shannon and Mike Shannon, the great-grandson of Tapscott, someone Tapscott, and the nephew of William Tapscott. They're all veterans. So he sort of knew who I was, and then he like read my CV. Is that in there? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then he read me, and he's like, "Yeah, Tapscott, man can write." Because obviously, Rupert Murdoch knows his media, so when he read the CV, he's like, "Yeah, oh, holy shit, yeah, all right, this guy's cool." And then he started going around like, "Yeah, no, Tapscott, no, he's all right. Tapscott's all right," but he did it quietly because he's smart. On one occasion, Hannah went to the sanctuary and prayed for a child. In tears, she vowed that if she were granted a child, she would just dedicate him to God as a Nazarite. Eli, who was sitting at the foot of the doorpost in the sanctuary at Shiloh, saw her apparently mumbling to herself and thought she was drunk, but was soon assured of both her motivation and sobriety. Eli was the priest of Shiloh and one of the last Israelite judges before the rule of kings in ancient Israel. He had assumed the leadership after Samson's death. Okay, so I'm Samson, obviously. I'm Samson. The last leaders one of the last leaders who judged the 12 tribes of Israel for the institution of the monarchy. He's sometimes regarded as the Israelite version of the popular. Yeah, okay. Eli blessed her and she returned home. Subsequently, Hannah became pregnant, later giving birth to Samuel, and praised God for his mercy and faithfulness. After the child was weaned, she left him in Eli's care, and from time to time she would come to visit her son. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So the letter to Meredith is me as Samson tearing down the fucking temple. Yeah. What do you do? Like he pushes the pillars. He's like, yeah, fuck you. And that's the letter to Meredith. It's all right. Can you come in? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Kitty. Yeah. Kiss my butt. She said, kiss my butt. Go to hell. Go to hell. Kiss my butt. Yeah. Yeah. And then I cut my hair. Like I lost my wisdom. And then I lost it. My parent died before King David, the shepherd boy, was born, the skinny shepherd. So just like Duke Leto Atreides, he was like the kind of like the proud Duke. He was like an old man. He had a beard, but then he dies, and skinny Paul Atreides takes his place. Same deal. Yeah. So Samson is effectively Duke Leto Atreides. Yeah, and then I brought down the temple. I brought down that whole fucking thing by writing the letter to Meredith. Yeah, and Samuel the prophet. Yeah. Samuel the prophet read the letter to Meredith and went, holy shit, this guy. Yeah. And so, okay, now I'm being told, see, this is news to me. But now I'm being told that, yeah, Rupert Murdoch went like, fucking get him the fuck out of there because they're going to try and kill him. Yeah, fucking, thanks, Rupert. Yeah, he's like, you're yeah. Yeah, because he was watching me write fucking, okay, and now I'm being told, he was across the no pictures of a bird plan. Sick, thanks, Rupert. You got it. Yeah. Yeah, because Samuel the prophet, and that's why he's a prophet, because he's like, they're going to try and kill him for sure. They're going to try and fucking kill him. You got to protect him, Mossad. Yeah, And oh, fuck, all right, fuck. Yeah. And then Samson, he pushed the pillars down. He's like, rah, look how strong I am. Yeah, that was just reference to me writing, my arms were powerful. Yeah, I got my female wisdom. I cut my hair off. I lost all my female wisdom because I turned myself to and I was a homeless guy. And I stopped writing. I stopped working. And so the comment told me is that our allies love the Old Testament stuff and our enemies fucking hate the Old Testament stuff. So we'll be doing a lot more Old Testament stuff. It's pretty dramatic though. But you can see how it fucking plays out. This is what I mean. This is cunt in jail. And it's like, well, he slayed Goliath, the master, the proud hero, the king swore and slayed and cut off his head with a sword. But it was just me being a dickhead in jail, you know. So yeah, headline, chill out. Unless you're a Nazi, you're dead. You've been watching No Pictures About a Podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. I'd like to thank Kitty Callahan. Played a fucking leading role in today's episode. You're welcome. Come, she says. Sorry about it. She's always there. Lesson is, don't fuck around. Don't fuck around with Mr. Tapscott because cancer of the prick, Joe. Cancer of the prick. Rupert Murdoch, motherfucker. Thanks, Rupert. The Prophet Samuel. Bill Burr. You're probably in there. I think he is, yeah. No, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, we covered that. Yeah, you're my father. You're my father in one of the in the Book of Genesis, I think. That's it. There you go, Bill Burr. You're in there. Yeah. Thank you, Sylvia Jeffries, for hanging tough. Can't wait to hang out with me, she goes. Thanks, Ali Langdon. I know, I just heard you go there. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your efforts. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. And smash those Nazis. And then it's the golden age, the golden kingdom. We can all just drink beer. We can all just drink wine and fuck. Not you, Booba. No, Bill. No. Not you, Booba. Not you. You've been watching No Pictures of a Podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. I'll see you at the beach.